All right. Today is Monday, June 15th, 2026. And we're going to start with a summary of the secret to love. Your relationships are in your hands. It doesn't matter what state your relationships are in now, nor does it matter what has happened up to this point. You can begin to consciously choose your thoughts, and you can change any relationship in your life or attract any new one you desire. You are here on this glorious planet, endowed with this wonderful power to create your whole life. There are no limits to what you can create for you because your ability to think good thoughts is unlimited. Harmony in relationships, happiness, and love will come to you in the future based on your thoughts today. Remember, though, you create for yourself through your thoughts, but you cannot create other people's lives for them. You cannot think for them, and if you try to force your opinions or impose your will on others, you will only attract the same being done to you. Imposing your will is when you do not allow someone else the freedom to be as they are. Imposing your will can also result in your attracting negative situations or events where you find yourself powerless. So let all others create the life they want. Let them do what they want, to be with who they want, and to love whoever they want. This can be tough, as many broken-hearted people who have written to me will attest. However, if you find yourself in this situation, it's not all doom and gloom. Whether you are suffering from a broken heart or unrequited love or feelings of loneliness, there's a silver lining. You see, it's the heartbreak from challenging times that give us the greatest desire to change things in our life. That huge desire for your life to be better is like a magnetic fire, and it is very powerful. Be grateful for everything that caused that fire to ignite the desire within you. That burning desire will give you strength and determination, and you will change your life. Everything in life is presenting itself to you so you can choose what you want and what you don't want. Life is like a catalog. You are the one who chooses from the catalog by giving your attention and your thoughts to that thing. Life's catalog contains many things you don't want. So be careful not to inadvertently choose them by thinking about them. Only thoughts of what you want bring what you want to you. So when you see a happy couple madly in love and you desperately want a partner in your life, feel good about the happy couple. Life's catalog is presenting the happy couple to you so you can choose it. If you feel bad, if you feel sad or lonely when you see the happy couple, the law of attraction receives. I want to be sad and lonely because that is what you focused on. You have to think about what you want in order to receive what you want. When you feel good about anything any person has, you are bringing it to you. When you feel good about the success of another person, the happiness of another person, or all the good things anyone else has, you are choosing those things from the catalog of life for you. If you meet someone who has qualities you wish you had, love those qualities in that person, and you are bringing those qualities to yourself. If someone is smart, beautiful, or talented, love those qualities and you choose those things for you. When you see that happy couple, friends enjoy each other's company, children laughing, or a potential partner, it means you are on the same frequency as that thing. Be happy because your happiness is choosing it. Your happiness is drawing it to you. You you came into this world to create the life you want. Your mind is your powerful tool to bring whatever you want to you. If you would just give your attention only to the thoughts of what you want, it is easy to be positive, to be grateful, to appreciate, and to give love because those things fill you with pure positive energy and good feelings. And it takes so much energy from us when we are negative, critical, and take things for granted. Your life is in your hands, as it is for everyone. One thought can change everything. You can be, you can be, do, or have whatever you want. You can have the relationship of your dreams with everyone in your life through consistent thoughts of appreciation, gratitude, and love. May the joy be with you. The secret to health. Introduction. The secret to health. We should feel like we're overflowing with good health, energy, and happiness most of the time because that is our birthright. The reality, however, is that a lot of people don't feel this way very often, if ever. Many people are dealing with illnesses, problems with the functioning of their body, or suffering from bouts of depression and other mental health problems, which are all states of less than full health. Perfect health is our birthright, and every one of us deserve it. But if that's the case, why don't we all have it? There are multiple reasons for a lack of health, but the primary reason that affects the majority of the population is that we are using the power of our mind towards illness and disease instead of toward health and well-being. Ancient spiritual teachings tell us that health of our body is completely governed by the subconscious mind, and as you will discover, simply knowing that makes it easy to reprogram your body toward health. Throughout our life, we have programmed our subconscious mind with many beliefs. Whatever thought we believe to be true goes straight into the subconscious mind as a belief. And from there, it must appear in our life, mirroring that belief. What we believe will always come true in our life unless we change the belief. When you came into this world, your subconscious mind was a clean slate, but gradually over the years, you have absorbed the opinions, viewpoints, perspectives, and beliefs of your parents, teachers, friends, and society. Many of the beliefs you've accepted into your subconscious got there in your very early childhood years. We don't have the capacity to discern at an early age, and so we tend to accept everything that is told to us by adults. There are some beliefs that serve you positive beliefs such as I know I can do anything I set my mind to. But in the area of health, many people carry around beliefs that do not serve them. Beliefs about allergies or catching colds easily or certain diseases that they believe run in their family. Unless your beliefs are about having perfect health, they are not helping you. The good news is that it is relatively easy to reprogram the subconscious mind through the repetition of thought. It's really no different than reprogramming a computer. The subconscious mind does not have the ability to reason, and so it accepts whatever you put into it, like Genie in Aladdin. The subconscious mind is at your every command, everything you're about to learn in this book is aimed toward reprogramming your subconscious mind to manifest health in your body, no matter what your circumstances are now. The following words and concepts are designed to expose and eradicate any negative beliefs you might have around illness, and the practices will help cement new beliefs about pure health into your subconscious mind. This is the secret to health. Lesson 1, the secret to health revealed. What does it mean to be healthy? You may think that being healthy means that you are not sick, but being healthy is far more than that. If you feel okay or average or nothing much at all, you are not healthy. Being healthy is feeling the same way as little children feel. Little children are bursting with energy every day. Their bodies feel light and flexible. Moving is effortless. They're light on their feet. Their minds are clear. They're happy and free of worry and stress. They sleep deeply and peacefully every night, and they wake up feeling completely refreshed, as if with a brand new body. They feel passionate and excited about every new day. Look at little children and you will see what being healthy really means. It is the way you feel. It is the way you used to feel, and it is the way you should still feel. You can feel this way most of the time because health is available to you increasingly. There is never a second that anything is withheld from you. Whatever you want is yours, and that includes health. But you have to open the door to receive it. When you know the secret, you will understand that you can have anything you choose: true happiness, wonderful relationships, abundant wealth, and certainly great health. If you think about it, health is the most precious thing in life. And yet, more than anything else, we can take our health for granted. For many of us, the only time we think of our health is when we lose it. Then the realization hits us: without our health, we have nothing. But with the knowledge of the secret, you can enjoy the greatest health and vitality every day. And for the rest of your life, you can also recover from any health crisis, heal any injury, or cure yourself of any disease. I know of miracles that have taken place in health where there seemed to be no hope. Failed kidneys regenerated, diseased hearts healed, eyesight restored, tumors disappeared, and bones grown and rebuilt by themselves. I've had people write to me describing how they cured themselves of diabetes, tuberculosis, multiple sclerosis, epilepsy, and various forms of cancer. I know of people who were in depression and were catapulted into joyful and fulfilling lives. I know people who have suffered from anxiety and every kind of mental illness who have restored themselves to perfect mental health. And all of this happened because of knowing how to apply the secret. What is the secret? The secret is one of the most powerful laws in the universe, the law of attraction. The law of attraction responds to and materializes your dominant thoughts. Whatever you think about and focus on will appear in your life. It doesn't matter who you are or where you are. The law of attraction is forming your entire life experience, and this all powerful law is doing that through your thoughts. You are the one who calls the law of attraction into action, and you do it through your thoughts. How exactly does it work? It has been long known that matter or physical objects are really just packets of energy at a microscopic level. Well, cutting edge science has confirmed that every thought is made up of energy too and has its own unique frequency. And when the energy and frequency of a single thought radiate out into the universe, they affect those things in the material world that are of the same frequency. According to the law of attraction, like attracts like. That means your thoughts magnetically attracts to themselves anything that is on a like or similar frequency. As a single thought radiates out, it is magnetically attracted to the energy and frequencies of similar thoughts, similar objects, and even similar people, and draws those things back to you. In other words, your thoughts attract the very things you are thinking about, and so through this most powerful law, your thoughts become the things in your life. Your thoughts become things. Say this over to yourself and let it seep into your consciousness. Your thoughts become things. The law of attraction responds to your thoughts, no matter what they may be. If you can think about what you want and make those your dominant thoughts, you will bring what you want into your life. This is particularly true when it comes to your health, as a single thought, repeated over and over, becomes entrenched as a belief in the subconscious mind. Remember, the health of the body is entirely governed by the subconscious mind. The repercussions of this form, no, the repercussions of this from a health perspective are nothing short of phenomenal. Phenomenal. As you think of yourself living in perfect health, you are powerfully and consciously determining your future health and well-being. Your thoughts are directing your subconscious to command perfect health through the law of attraction. It's that easy. So why isn't everybody living in perfect health? It's because the law of attraction is giving them what they are thinking about, period. The law of attraction is impersonal. The law of attraction is a law of nature. It is impersonal and therefore responds to all thoughts in the same way, whether positive or negative. The law of attraction does not favor health over disease. It simply gives you whatever it is you're thinking about. The law of attraction is permanently receiving your thoughts and reflecting them back to you as the people. Circumstances and events in your life experience. The primary reason why people do not have the help they want is because they are thinking more about what they don't want than what they do want. They think more about disease than they do about health and well-being. If a patient is focused on illness, then they are inadvertently bringing more illness to them through the law of attraction. On the other hand, if the patient focuses on health and removes all notion of illness from their thoughts and feelings, then through the law of attraction, they must produce health. I have two friends who both coincidentally contracted the virus that causes the shingles rash around the same time. They were each told that shingles is treatable with antibiotics, but that it can take anywhere from a week to 2 months to cure. They were also warned that it could be quite painful and debilitating. So we have two people, same age, same symptoms, same diagnosis. The difference was that one of them chose to think hopeful, grateful, and appreciative thoughts. Firstly, about the antibiotics, and secondly, for his own health and his body's ability to heal itself. He recovered from the shingles in just a few days with no painful side effects. The second person had the opposite response. He had a lot of anxious and fearful thoughts, but just for the pain he fully expected. But for the days of work he would lose and how that would impact his business, he began to resent the disease. Sure enough, he was struck down for almost 8 weeks, and he continues to fear a relapse. Keep in mind that anytime you are listening to someone talk about their illness and you focus on that illness, you're inviting illness to you. Instead, think thoughts of health, speak words of health, and give thanks for your health and well-being. The don't want epidemic. An epidemic worse than any plague that humankind has ever seen has been raging for centuries. It is the don't want epidemic. People keep this epidemic alive when they predominantly think, speak, act, and focus on what they don't want. When you focus your thoughts on something you want or on something you don't want, and you hold that focus, you're in that moment summoning that thing to you with the mightiest power in the universe. The law of attraction doesn't compute, don't, or not, or no, or any other words of negation. As you speak words of negation, the law of attraction is receiving the opposite message. So if you say, I don't want to catch the flu, the law of attraction receives, I want to catch the flu. When you say, I don't want a headache, the law of attraction hears, I want a headache. When you say, I don't want to fall and hurt myself, the law of attraction hears, I want to fall and hurt myself. When you say, I don't want to gain weight, the law of attraction hears, I want to gain weight. When you say, I don't want to make myself sick, the law of attraction hears, I want to make myself sick. You attract to you what you think about most. And that's why all of this don't want talk is really responsible for what has become a don't want epidemic. The majority of the population are inadvertently filling all aspects of their lives with what they don't want, and they can't understand why life is not improving. The current state of your body and your current level of health are really just a reflection of your past thoughts. It is easy to see what you dominate. It is easy to see what your dominant thoughts have been regarding your health because that is what you have experienced. This remains true regardless of whether these dominant thoughts are of things you want or whether they are part of the don't want epidemic. It also remains true for people dealing with chronic disease or long-term health condition. Many people instinctively attempt to fight the disease in order to overcome it. But according to the law of attraction, the path to eradicating disease is not to fight it. What you resist persists. The renowned Swiss psychologist Carl Jung said, what you resist persists. When we are fighting something, we are resisting it. The reason that what you resist persists is because if you're resisting something, it means you passionately don't want it, which translates as want it to the law of attraction, and therefore you're inviting it to you. In fact, the more you don't want the disease you're experiencing, the more you increase it. As you resist the disease, you are adding more feelings, more energy, and more power to the disease, and you are bringing more of it at a furious rate. It can only get bigger because that is the law. At 30 years of age, one woman decided that she would attempt to cure herself of epilepsy, a neurological disease that had affected her since she was a child. She knew that epilepsy in the form that she suffered was considered by most neurologists to be incurable. Doctors in these cases tend to prescribe strong medications simply to numb the mind and sedate misfiring neurons toward no, I'm sorry. The doctors in these cases tend to prescribe strong medications simply to numb the mind and sedate misfiring neurons to ward off the worst seizures. After decades of feeling that, the disease and the medications own her, this woman decided to try a different approach. If successful, it would allow her to regain focus and sharpness of mind and be free of all neurological symptoms. She was determined to do everything she could to heal her brain and nervous system. She knew that her epileptic seizures were triggered by stress and anxiety. So the first thing she did was to simplify her life. She took the time to relax and to focus on feeling good. She did this through healthy living, love, and showing gratitude and patience, both to herself and others. She refused to entertain any negative thoughts about her nervous system or her brain. She also read up on neuroplasticity, a new science that reveals the brain's ability to change, rewire, and to heal itself. And so, with all the faith that she could muster, she believed that her neurons, her brain, and her entire nervous system could be remade. Remarkably, within days of beginning, she felt as though she had a whole new body. And 1 year later, she is free of all neurological symptoms. She no longer needs to take the mind numbing medications, and she is sharper and more focused than she has been for her whole life. This woman chose to live according to the law of attraction. She did not own the prognosis of epilepsy in her mind, nor did she attempt to fight the condition. Instead, she focused on a healthy brain, and she owned a healthy brain as a result. Let's all be grateful for our healthy brains. You create your life. You create your whole life, including the health of your body and mind, through your thoughts and the law of attraction. It doesn't just work. If you know about it, it has always been working in your life and every other person's life throughout history. When you become aware of this great law, then you become aware of how incredibly powerful you are to be able to change your life and think a new life into existence. Whether you realize it or not, you are thinking most of the time. What you think about the most or focus on the most is what will appear in your life. Whatever you sow, you reap. Your thoughts are seeds, and the harvest you reap will depend on the seeds you plant. If you are complaining about your lack of health, and the law of attraction will powerfully bring more situations of a lack of health for you to complain about. If you are listening to someone else complain about an illness and you are focusing on that, sympathizing with them, agreeing with them, in that moment, you are attracting illness to yourself. Whatever thoughts you focus on will materialize and come into your life. The law is simply reflecting and giving back to you exactly what you are focusing on with your thoughts. Focusing on perfect health is something we can all do within ourselves, despite what may be happening on the outside. With this powerful knowledge, you can completely change every circumstance to what you can completely change every circumstance to do with your health by changing the way you think. Your health is in your hands, no matter where you are now, no matter what has happened in your life. You can begin to consciously choose your thoughts, and you can change your life. There is no such thing as a hopeless situation, just as there is no such thing as an incurable disease. At some point in time, every so-called incurable disease has been cured. In my mind and in the world I create, incurable does not exist. There is plenty of room for you in this world. So come join me and all who are here. It is the world where miracles are everyday occurrences. It is a world overflowing with the total abundance of good health and well-being, where all good things exist now within you. Sounds like heaven, doesn't it? It is. Okay, well, that is the conclusion of our lesson for today. And the next lesson will be lesson 2, health in the subconscious mind. Thank you.